All right, the fight here. Uh, Good evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Um, yeah, the fight we've been all waiting for is here. Crawford versus Spence Jr. July 29th. Finally announced. You had them finally announced it on ESPN. Um, we've been waiting a long time for this fight. And I know a lot of boxing fans been waiting a long time for this fight. So we finally got it. And you know, just happy. Just happy that it's here. And also, I think during that same week, uh, wasn't thinking about it, but it's Stephen Fulton versus Nioa anyway, which is also going to be a super fight in itself, So, man, it's going to be some good fights coming up. Got a lot to look forward to. We already just had some good fights pass with Deb Haney and Lomachenko and Tank versus Ryan Garcia, but now we got some more fights, so it's looking like something. So just before I talk about fight, gonna be smoking on something. Obviously, it's this 93 Boys Jealousy Thin Mints. I don't know if you can see that. Jealousy Thin Mints. It's pretty cool. Clocks in 27%. Like a hybrid. Give this a go. Haven't really smoked 93 Boys before, and really looking forward to it. The nugs look really nice. I don't know if you can really see them now. Pretty decent nugs. Pretty fluffy. And this one's a little darker than usual. And I'm always inspecting my weed. Yeah, I'm about to smoke this real quick. Roll this up in a little cone. But yeah, as far as the fight is concerned, you know, obviously this is the biggest fight that we've had in the welterweight division in a long, 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 long time. I mean, this is a fight that where you're gonna have all the belts on the line. You're gonna have two undefeated champs who's close to their prime. Um, it's it's everything you could really wish it to be. Um, as far as who's gonna win, um, it's to me it's a 50-50 fight. And to be completely honest with you, both these warriors can win, like have what it takes to win against one another. Like that's what makes this, I think, a great fight. You know, I think the biggest criticism is obviously, we criticize Errol Spence's quote unquote, one dimensionalness when he comes to fighting. I mean, he usually fights in one way or jab out there, come in with the body work and do it like that. But he works so well that it's unable to be disrupted. So, yeah, it may be basic, you know, but it works, to a point where it's hard to break it. Um, and not to mention, I think Errol Spence is just a very determined person. So his determination behind uh, those fundamentals is what makes it even more, effective. his determination to get in and work that body and everything like that. I don't think this is a fight where neither man wants to really take a step back. Clearly, Spence is going forward. I'm pretty sure his plan is to try to impose his will on Terrence Crawford in some way, like because obviously he approaches his fights like that, come in with the jab and come in with that body work, So this will all come down to what I think. Um, who's gonna get something taken away? Man, this stuff smells so good. Jealousy and thin mints. You smell the mintiness, but it's still gassy at the same time. My other love, if you can't tell, weed, of course. Oh, good. And we're gonna roll this up in some paper. Don't really do tobacco. Some point, if you want to enjoy your weed, roll that shit in paper. That smells good. Sheesh. Almost done. Roll this thing up. Yeah, no, I'm just super excited for the fight. I don't know what the undercard's gonna look like. Hopefully, it's got some really good fights on there, but obviously, it won't really matter too much because we get in the fight we want. Um, yeah, this fight is gonna produce a lot of fireworks, and I personally just don't see it going to the cards. I don't think these are two men who don't leave it up to the judges. So this is not one of those things where these men ain't fighting to go to no decisions. He fighting to stop them, fighting to stop each other. And this, of course, would be All right. Voila. Just like a little joint. Once again, Jealousy Thin Mints, my 3 boys. See how that hit. With the glass tip. Yeah, a light would be cool. All right. Got a fucking joint. Got a lighter. Very smooth. And W taste the menthol. Mm. Getting some good smoke off this. Mm. Well, yeah. As far as my thoughts on the fight, you know, I still think Crawford is gonna make a statement and knock out Errol Spence Jr. Both of these fighters, they can they can win, but I do think that Crawford is well, the more complete fighter between them, and he's shown more wrinkles in his style than Errol Spence has, and he's knocked out his last 10 opponents at welterweight. Where even though Errol Spence has dominated, he hasn't like outright knocked out a lot of his opponents like that. So he knocked out Ugas, but before that, he didn't knock out Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. You know, um, he wasn't knocking out everybody he stepped in the ring with. Crawford been knocking out everybody since that Postal fight, since after that fight. So he just hasn't been going to the scorecards. Um, I just don't see this fight either going to the scorecards. I do see eventually where maybe in the middle rounds where Spence is getting caught with shots he's just not seeing coming. Shots coming from underneath, different hooks from different angles. And I definitely do see Terrence Crawford taking away that jab because this all starts with him taking away that jab. So I think he's gonna obviously turn southpaw eventually somewhere in that fight to take away a lot of the advantages Errol Spence has as well. And he's gonna start really taking control of that lead hand game and taking away the effectiveness of Errol Spence's jab. I think that's what he's gonna do, and he's gonna start countering Errol um, once he takes away that jab. He's gonna leave him in nowhere because he knows that maybe he doesn't know how to set up these shots without the confidence of that good entry point. But it's just how I see it going in my mind. I mean, obviously, it can play out in so many different ways, but and let's just put it like in Errol Spence's court as well. Like, he's a fighter who gains momentum. He doesn't, you know, beat you in one punch per se, but he beats you with sustained accumulation of damage. And that's the thing with Errol Spence Jr. is he has to sustain damage on you. And if Terrence Crawford lets him get his momentum, then it's a wrap. So the most important thing he's going to have to do is stop any momentum and disrupt that movement. And and like I said, he's going to turn southpaw to take away that advantage and take away that jab. So he's going to do the work from there. So I'm excited. We're gonna hear more about it as it come out. Once again, I do still think Crawford, is gonna win by knockout. But at the end of the day, I'm not ruling out that Errol Spence Jr. can win by knockout. Like, don't get me wrong, Mr. Jr. is one fucking hell of a fighter. Like, he's a great fighter. He's a great. I love Errol Spence Jr.'s style. I love it. I just don't think he could beat Crawford. But it doesn't mean I don't like Errol Spence Jr. Like, I do like him. I like his style. I like how he breaks down people. I like him for what he's. I like him just what he's for as well. But in this fight, I give it to Crawford. But either way, I'm still excited, and we all got to see it. So this is just my little initial thoughts, and also, quick review on this Jealousy Thin Mints by my 93 boys. Pick it up. It's your local dispo. I'm in the Chicago area, so it's pretty good. Mm. And definitely good for some after work shenanigans. Really calm, relaxing. Love calm, relaxing. Is dangy? Well, shit, that'll be all for me. Y'all have a good night, good morning. Yeah.